and welcome to another episode of Knock Maths Out the Park with me. Yes, me, Mr. Clark. It's good to see you. Still in my cross-country gear. I didn't win any races this time because I wasn't competing. But kids in the school did really well. Big shout out to the kids at Eden Barnet Primary School. Tearing it up today at the county cross-country. So today though, however, let's get back into maths and becoming the Beyonce of maths. We are going to be doing simplifying fractions. So I've written up a fraction here and it's not a simple fraction. Okay? Simplify, we're going to make this simple because this at the moment looks horrible. I look at that fraction and go, if I was to chop a pizza into 64 bits and then eat 48 of them, I don't really know how much pizza that is. Well, if you told me I ate half a pizza, I'd understand what that means. That, not simple, don't understand it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of simplifying. Now we know that fractions are all to do with dividing, and this is going to be really important, but the opposite of dividing is multiplying as well. So we're going to be using our times tables when we're doing this. So I look at this fraction here, and the first thing that I always do when I do this is I write down all the times tables that I think both the numbers are in. So I look at that, it's an even number, 48 and 64, they're both even numbers, so I know for definite it's in the 2 times table. I'm going to write that at the top of my board. 2 times table. Now I'm going to go on to my 3 times table. Let's do a little check. 48, well 30, 33, 36, 39, keep on going, 42, 45, 48. So 48 is in the 3 times table. But if I come to this one, now I know that 6 is in the 3 times table, so 60 will be in the 3 times table. There goes 60, 63, so 64 is not in the 3 times table. So I can't write 3 as being one of those times tables that it's in, both numbers, because I need it both to be in. Now here's where I use some little basic knowledge that I've got. Okay, if a number's in the 2 times table, there's a good chance it will be in the 4 times table. And if it's in the 4 times table, there's a chance it might be in the 8 times table as well. So I'm looking at these numbers. 48, 40, 44, 48, so it's in the 4 times table there. 64, now if I've got 40 and then add on 24, which is another number in the 4 times table, that makes 64. So yeah, it is in the 4 times table. And you know what, from my knowledge as well, from my 8 times table, 8, 16, 24, line of my tables can be a bore, 32, 40, 48, up by the end, I'll be great. 56, 64, you can't handle it anymore. 64, so it is in the 8 times table. So we've got that there. Now, don't worry if you don't see some of these bigger numbers. I don't always see them. So our job is we're going to divide this fraction down and down and down. We're going to get down low, like Beyonce. And we are going to divide this until we make it as simple as possible. Now, just like our equivalent fractions, we're going to divide it, the same number on top and bottom. Now, if you want to do this quickly, you use the biggest fraction times table possible. So I'm going to divide this by 8. Okay? So 48 divided by 8, I'm going to put a little equal sign here because it's equivalent. Once again, we're working at equivalent fractions. 48 divided by 8 is 6. And 64 divided by 8 is 8. So good knowledge of my times tables helps me out with this. Now, if someone asks you what's bigger, 48 64ths or 6 8ths, you say they're equal because there's an equal sign. They are the same. Okay, but that's not as simple as that fraction will go. You've got to keep on dividing this down until you cannot divide it anymore. Now look at my next number, 6 and 8. What times table are they in? They're both in the 2 times table. I'm going to divide this down by 2. 8 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Can I divide that again? It's not going to divide by, 3 doesn't divide by 2 easily. 4 doesn't divide by 2, well it does divide by 2, but I can't do the top and bottom. So that's as far as I can go. And then some people always go to me, oh, but you can divide it by 1. I've got the 1 times table, 3 divided by 1 is still 3, guys. Don't try that one again. So that is one of the quicker ways. Now I'm going very quickly, I'm going to do this at rapid pace. Just to show you, sometimes it's not about finding the biggest times table. Sometimes it's just about getting the job done. 48 over 64. Now I'm going to divide this by 2, the whole way this time. So 48 divide by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24, and on the top, and 64 divided by 2 is 32. I'm going to divide it by 2 again. Okay, divided by 2 again. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 32 divided by 2 is 16. I can still divide that by 2 again. Getting tired here. I'm going to take a new line. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Recognizing numbers now. 16 divided by 2 is 8. and then divided by 2 again, top and bottom again. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 3/4. So you can see I got the same answer, but this way took me a lot longer. If you can find a bigger times table, you will do it much, much quicker. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that will take you one step closer to becoming the Beyonce of maths. Remember, simplify, and testify. Goodbye. Oh, and hit subscribe.